Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Welcome to the radio show that features local small businesses, amazing nonprofits, and all types of inspiring stories to give strength, instill love, and provide hope within our community. It's time for Outspoken Outreach with your host, Dr. Amanda Hackford.
Welcome, everyone. We're here today with an amazing nonprofit here in our community, right here in Vero Beach, Camp Haven. We have two people here with us to represent them. We have Chuck Bradley and Jermey Gable, and they're going to tell you all about it for those of you who don't know. And so we thank you both for being with us today. We're very excited that you're here. So we'll start off with Chuck and let you just tell everybody who you are.
Well, I'm Chuck Bradley. I'm the executive director. And this is
Jermey, and I'm the assistant executive director.
Very good. So for some of those who don't know in our area, because, you know, many of people that have been here a while do know what Camp Haven is, but there are many who don't. And we need them to know because it's a great place and it's very needed in our community. What exactly is Camp Haven?
Camp Haven is a program that is transitional residency. Okay. And there's a program associated with that where the residents have to attend classes. I think we're up to 5 days a week now.
Yeah, right now,
okay.
Yeah.
And it's for men, unattached men,
right?
That are homeless or at risk of being homeless in this county.
Okay. And so how do you determine who comes in, or what's the process, basically? Who wants to
I'll let Jeremy do that. He works our intake.
Okay, so you're the intake. So what's the process for a male that needs to come to Camp Haven? How does that work?
Camp Haven's adopted a kind of a trifold function in residency, and that starts with a background check.
Okay.
So after a good interview with someone, we find a lot about them, and the information we'll do with a background check, and then a psych eval.
Okay.
And then the last component is a drug test. And based upon all that information, we'll be able to put together a package and find out whether the person, we're going to accept them or not. So, and there's all different determining factors and what we look at for an individual.
Good. And then as far as your transitional period, is there a time limit for their stay? And then obviously, if it's transitional, you have...
I guess the answer is yes and no.
A little bit of depending on the situation.
Let me answer this way. Most successful residents, graduates, have been at least 10 months in the program.
Okay.
On paper, we say they can go 2 years, graduating from our phase 1 to a phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
However, with that said, we make exceptions to that and let them stay longer. Example, you have somebody that's working on a degree or a certification, or they just need more time. We just had a fellow that had been with us, Greg, probably close to 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he got caught in a very unfortunate circumstance because of issues that, they're self-created, but he needs a disability, and then the pandemic hit. You can't talk to anybody, so it just went.
I was just going to say the way that these last 2 years have gone with COVID have probably put a little bit of a wrench in different procedures and policies and things that have happened everywhere, not just Camp Haven, but kind of changed some of the flow of things.
I like to say something too about Camp Haven, in that each resident, as like Chuck was saying, there's a tailor-made program for them. Okay. There's overall guidelines that each guy has to follow, but each person gets their own tailor-made behavioral contract, and that is to allow each person to meet their goals. And it supports the overall guidelines. So what may be the one guy may be different for the next guy. So sometimes we have to encourage the guy next door, hey, don't worry about your friend, because he's kind of working a little bit different program than you are. But the onset is when they come in, we allow them the opportunity to achieve their own goals. And give them the resources to do it.
That's perfect. And that's good, though, because not everybody is the same, and not everybody's going through the same problem and issue. And not everybody's coming from the same past or background. So it's good that you cater each program. That I like that a lot, actually. Yeah,
focus on yourself.
Exactly. That's what we tell the kids in school, right? Mind your own business. Like, let's worry about yourself. You have your own stuff. I mean, they have enough to work with in seriousness, they have enough to worry about, to get themselves back to the right place. And so that's true. But they do you have programs, I'm sure, like with like, if they need work or if they're already working, then that's one thing. But if they are looking for job, kind of like job training or placement, or you help them with those kind of things?
The answer is it depends. Some of the residents in the past, we referred to the UP program.
Oh, okay. Up Center. Perfect.
On occasion, and it's not real frequently, we're able to hook them up with voc rehab if there's an underlying disability.
Right.
The reality, though, in today's market, there are just so many jobs.
There's a job if you want one.
There's really not an excuse not to work.
No, there's definitely jobs out there. There's no reason to not get a job. Some of us are having trouble finding people to work, and I'm not sure why. But but no, definitely.
But the one counseling that we absolutely stick with every week is psychological counseling.
Perfect.
Yes.
Everybody's coming in; they have different baggage, and it's a chance to work that out.
Okay. Yeah. So they have check-in times and things like that. Curfews.
During the week, our meetings start for the most part, at 5:30. Can I run through those real quick?
Yeah, I would love it.
On Mondays, we do a series of programs, which I'm going to call life skills.
Okay.
And we hook up with community leaders that'll come in and they'll tell inspirational stories or how to do this, how to do that, how to balance checking. Psychological group counseling. Wednesday is a Bible study, which is optional. Thursday evening is
AA
at 7 o'clock. And then we've recently introduced, Jermey did some research on this, it's really interesting, Debtors Anonymous, which we do on Saturdays, because what we're finding is somebody gets off the drug or the alcohol, now we're going to replace it with something else. And it's usually compulsory spending.
Right.
Yeah, we discovered the multi-layer addiction challenges, and so we've actually allowed the SAC to come in, the Substance Awareness Council, and do some teaching behind that. And as a support to that, we want to attack the financial component, and then realizing where they're at in life, the debt that they've accrued, or just the absence of any money. We want to create an opportunity for them to get out of debt, build a little bit of savings, and then it also comes into hand with our relationship with Marine Bank. With Kim Prado comes in and does a series, and then we also have an individual come in with doing credit reports.
Oh, nice, very good.
And we do a credit repair with each guy one-on-one, and so it also supports that. So we've made that mandatory for some residents. But what we did find is that, as Chuck was saying, you have a person that gets rid of the drugs and alcohol, well, then the addiction turns to something else. So we have to address that as well.
Definitely. And you don't want them going back to old behaviors, and you don't want them to create a new bad behavior. So,
we've actually had some of these guys go through these programs and actually graduate and buy a home.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Buy a home. That's amazing.
It is. It's very amazing. I love hearing that, and that's a great. It sounds like you've got it all together there. The good program. What is your website?
www.camphaven.net.
www.camphaven.net. We want to get that out there. Just people that want any information, they can find all your contact information on the website too, phone number and all that stuff.
A lot of detail on programs and
videos as well.
Somebody needs help, or they want to help, or they need help, or they want information, they can go to the website. I wanted to get that out now so that we can get it up throughout the rest of the show. But the program sounds amazing, and if someone knows someone that may need help, do you have a waiting list type situation right now, or do you have any openings?
We do have available bed space. In terms of our waiting list, I think we have a number of applicants that Jeremy's going through, and those that are in different stages, because what we try not to do is just turn somebody away, say you're not for us. We might refer them to, let's say, a longer-term rehab.
Okay, right.
And then we'll reconsider after they graduate from that.
So when you intake somebody and you're going through that process, you find something that may be keeping them from you, but you give them resources. Like, if you can do this and this, then we can take you in and help you from there.
Or sometimes just a little extra counseling, a little bit of love and encouragement.
Absolutely.
That helps a lot of people when they realize that maybe this isn't for me. but you take the extra time to sit down and talk to them and hear them out, and that goes a long way as well.
Yes, that's absolutely true. Some of them need to know that they're treated like people.
Exactly.
A lot of the homeless population are not treated like human beings. I've seen that firsthand, and they're not treated like they're humans, and they don't feel like that a lot of times. And sometimes they're just afraid to come in and ask for any kind of help, even if it's not housing. A lot of them have made a life and are okay with the life that they're in. They may not be on drugs. Everybody has this stigma when they hear the word homeless, that it's this drug addict, shaking a can, and that's completely not what they are at all. There's many different types of homelessness. We work with them on a daily basis, but some of them have this amazing life and they're okay with it, and they may need a little help from time to time with, maybe it's a medical issue or just food from time to time, but they're so afraid because so many people have treated them so bad. Yeah. So what you're saying is amazing, because just a little kind word or being nice, or just, hey, what do you need? Can I help you with something? Or, a hug, whatever, goes such a long way for the people experiencing homelessness or a hard time, or choosing homelessness, and that's their way of life, which is okay too sometimes.
Yeah, just basic respect.
Yeah, exactly.
Human dignity.
Yeah. Exactly, because sometimes it's not addiction, it's mental illness that has put them there. Sometimes there's families, not the alcoholic. It's a family that's homeless because they were paycheck to paycheck and didn't have family to help. There's all kinds of situations that people don't realize because that stigma has been there for so long.
And what I find people don't understand is a lot of the homeless population in this county work.
They do.
They work.
They do.
But they can't afford the rent.
The housing.
I mean, I've talked to some of the guys that you're looking at a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,200 a month. Mm-hmm. You're making minimum wage. That's
can't afford that.
Tough road to hoe.
On top of having to come up first, last security, and to even get in, and if you're just getting by with your paycheck to paycheck, maybe you can afford it, but if you can't get that push to save to get in, what are you doing? You're living in your car or whatever. Yeah. And if you're a single mom with kids, you've got tons of single mom with kids that are homeless in tents and cars and couch surfing, and they're working moms. They're not out, they're not addicted or what, they're working, but they cannot afford this housing. So that's another side note to give Haven.
Yeah, that's whole series by itself, isn't it?
Which brings us to why we need the community's help for all the amazing things that places like Camp Haven does with their program. And we are going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back and let you all know all the ways that you can help, because there's many ways that you can help Chuck and Jeremy and all the people that help them at Camp Haven. So stay with us.
Hackford Landscaping is the full-scale tree service hardscape and landscape company that will do any outdoor job. Call Hackford Landscaping for tree trimming, tree injections, and removal. Services include landscape design, stump grinding, paver stone projects such as walkways, patios, and pool decks, landscape lighting, irrigation, hedge and bush shaping, flowers, trees, shrubs, rocks, sand, mulch, and sod, and more. Any outdoor job, large or small, give Hackford a call. 772-584-7364. Online at hackfordtreeservice.com.
Riverside Theater presents Live in the Loop and the Comedy Zone. Live in the Loop Outdoor Grill and Bar offers outdoor dining with live music plus indoor dining with comedy in the Wax Lax this weekend. Strict CDC and state guidelines will be followed, including reduced public capacity and face mask use. Cleanliness and hygiene safety have been reinforced. Enjoy a thrilling evening with live music, uproarious adult stand-up comedy, and dining at Riverside Theater. For details and to obtain tickets, visit riversidetheater.com.
Hello, residents of Indian River County. The Solid Waste Disposal District invites you to join us for our residential paper shredding event this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Find us at Southeast Secure Shredding, 3910 US 1. Recycle right and bring up to 3 boxes of paper to be shredded and recycled at no cost to you. Limit to the first 800 cars.
Visit us at ircrecycles.com. Indian River County. Have you shopped at the Habitat Restore lately? This is one place that everyone must visit. It's become a regular weekly stop for many who love the thrill of discovering all the newly arriving merchandise. We've become popular because of the generosity of so many Indian River County residents and businesses that donate goods. To start with, we have a deconstruction crew that removes building materials for the purpose of reuse. Through resale, the Restore continues to support the Habitat goal of serving families in our county. Of course, there's more to see. The Restore's massive showroom displays furniture for every room, all in great condition. Shoppers will love the layout, which separates departments including plumbing, home accessories, electronics, lawn and garden, tools, sporting goods, seasonal goods, and more. The Indian River County Habitat Restore is at 4580 North US Highway 1, just north of 45th Street. Tax-deductible donations can be dropped off, or we'll come and pick them up for free. Online at irchabitat.org.
Premier Cabinets and Flooring is your elite shop for cabinets and countertops. Stop by the showroom in Palm Bay on Babcock Street or schedule your free in-home estimate to see what Premier Cabinets and Flooring has to offer. They do flooring too, wood, vinyl, laminate, and tile. They would love to earn your business. So for cabinetry and countertop sales and installation on new construction or remodels, give them a call. They do it all. 321-345-4923. Premier Cabinets and Flooring.
Welcome back. We were telling you all about the wonderful Camp Haven we have right here in Vero Beach. And we're now going to tell you ways that you can help, and you can help support this amazing cause. They help so many here with the cause of homelessness and help them in a transitional program that not only just houses them, but gets them back on their feet so that they can be self-sufficient and not just stay there. It's a very good program. We've told you about it. And now we want to ask Jeremy some of the things that they could do to help you, maybe some things that you may need.
We're currently in need because of the COVID. We had some gaps in our meals, and we've had people in the community bring 5 hot meals a week, and we took a pretty big hit on that. So we have some meals that could help with assistance in the community if they can cover maybe a night. If they could reach out to us, maybe calling us at 772-999-3625, and Chuck and I will answer the phone, and we can maybe schedule to get that covered. And that would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, sure. Perfect. So if you are good at cooking or just purchasing a meal, because I'm sure purchasing from a restaurant would be suffice, right? Absolutely. So if you want to cook a hot meal or purchase a hot meal, or if you want to provide monetarily and let them purchase the meal themselves because you're too busy for that, find it in your heart to do so, that would be such a blessing to them. I'm sure you can go on their website, which we mentioned before was www.camphaven.net, correct?
Yes.
And find their phone number there or email and reach out to them. Also, Chuck, what is some more needs that you may have?
Well, we always have need for cleaning supplies.
Okay.
Anything to wipe down tabletop surfaces, glass cleaners, paper towels, believe it or not, plastic tableware.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely.
Spoons, forks, knives, cups, paper plates.
And those are cheap things you can get right at your dollar store. Yeah. So those are easy items. Next time you're at Walmart or the dollar store, just pick an extra thing up and you can drop it off at Camp Haven, or you can always find our Love to Serve office. If you write Camp Haven on it, we'll get it to them for you. Also, you guys have in January something coming up.
Yep.
So
January 27th will be our major fundraising event of the year. Actually, it's the only fundraising event of the year, which will be at Bent Pine.
Okay.
We'll have a lot more information on that out in the media and social media here coming shortly. As we sit right now, we're probably $195 ticket.
Okay.
But what I need are gift baskets or smaller items like gift certificates that would be able to be used in a silent auction that Camp Haven can use the proceeds to run the program.
Right. So that's another thing. We have that up right there. It's your annual event. So this is a big one because this is what you do each year, once a year, to really fund you. This is what funds Camp Haven.
And it's important to remember we do not receive government funding.
No.
People seem to get in their minds that we do, but we do not.
So this is it. This is what you guys run off of donations. You are a nonprofit, so it's tax exempt if somebody wants to write this off, and you're happy to do that for them if they want to donate to the event or some kind of gift card or whatever they may have whatever you guys may have that you'd like to give. Please reach out to one of us if you can't remember what we're saying right now and you know how to get a hold of me. I'll put you in touch with them. So if you have it in your hearts, you've got this big event coming up in January. You'll see more, in the future, of course, because it's coming up in the beginning of the year, but it is the big one. This is what funds them. And then, of course, if you have throughout any time throughout the future that you have little things like cleaning supplies and tableware that's plastic, or if you can provide a meal to them, please reach out to us for that as well. And we're so glad you guys came. Do you have any last minute things that you want to share with anyone about Camp Haven or your needs? And you can also donate, I'm sure, through the website. What's a good way if they just say, let me give to these people?
Go on our website, hit the donate button, and it'll take any major credit card, debit card, and away we go.
Here you go, because you can just donate that way instead of going out to the store. If you're just inside your house or you don't want to go anywhere or you don't want to forget, and just say, hey, let me just give these amazing people some money and they can take care of it for you. And it can go to any of their needs that may arise or the things we're speaking of as well. So you can do that too. But if you do have any last minute, I wanted to make sure I got that out there. So if you have it in your heart to help them, you can do that as well.
Just like to get a big shout out to our community for being so supportive over the years and believing into the project and what it is today, and seeing how far we've come. And the community has been right behind us, supporting us. So I like to give a big shout out to our community, and thank you so much.
We do live in a very good one. We do really, truly live in a good community. We do for helping. Yes. So.
And we're producing a great return for their investment in us.
Yes.
Good. Very good. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. And I'm just encouraging everyone to check out Camp Haven, go on the website, see what they do. You can even go to their Facebook page, because they do have a Facebook page, and quite often there's testimonials on there. I've seen some amazing testimonials on their page of men who have gone through their program, and it really is inspiring to see the men come through the program and to get on their feet and be self-sufficient. And it just really is truly amazing, and it's such a needed program here, especially with the way that the housing market is and is become, and not getting any better anytime soon, does it seem like anyway. So just reach out to them or me, and continue to hope and pray that everybody stays safe and stays blessed, and make sure you look forward to their January event. Attend or purchase a ticket if you can't attend, because the money is going to a good cause. And so we look forward to seeing everyone there, or at least purchasing a ticket. The information's all on the screen so you can continue to watch after. So thank you guys very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.